Hi guys, I'm Regina.
And I'm Will.
Today's take is on our journey in faith. As always, please like the video, comment below, and subscribe to our channel. Let's dive in. Alright, so today we're going to do something a little bit different. Up until this date, we've done all of how-to videos. So this time we're sharing a little bit of a more personal story and how we journey on a journey in faith and how we've come to the conclusion that we wanted to step away from our past faith and move forward with something without labels on it. This is not in any way meant to knock any religion, anyone who chooses to have a formalized religion. This is just our personal experience with it and how we've chosen to have a God-centric faith without labeling it. So let me first share about how we started to know that there was something wrong. We were questioning our current faith. So I grew up Catholic. My whole family is pretty much Catholic. And it was a dream of mine since I was a little girl to get married to a man who was Catholic, to raise our kids Catholic, to get married in this big, beautiful Catholic cathedral. Like, I had the dream. And it all came true. Will was fortunately on board with raising our kids Catholic. He grew up Catholic, so we didn't have any issues there. But when our daughter, who's now 4, at the time she was 2 when I was pregnant with our second daughter, I started to question why we were going to church, because we were sitting in the cry room because our daughter was 2. She didn't know how to sit down. She didn't know how to listen. She didn't know how to be quiet. So we were like embarrassed, of course, like if our kid like made a noise in church because it's so quiet and everyone else's kids are so well behaved except for the ones that are in the cry room. So we started sitting in the cry room and we started to realize that we weren't getting anything out of church. We weren't listening. We had to basically make sure that our child was playing nicely with the other kids and sitting down and being quiet. And none of this just made sense to us. We were wondering, what are we getting out of church? Why are we spending an hour of our Sunday going just to go through the motions so we can say we're a good Catholic and that we're a good person because we're going to church? So that's really what began my questioning. Something just felt wrong. It was like this inner voice inside of me saying, I want something more. I want something deeper. Why am I not connecting the way that I should be? Why am I not feeling the way about church like I should be? And that's really what started my questioning of maybe Catholicism was not the right choice for me.
Yeah, for me it's a little bit different. Mine started when I was in high school. I lost my oldest brother in a car accident. So I didn't blame God for the loss. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm also raised Catholic and family very Catholic. So the problem with us is that the church did a lot of wrong things to us during that time of loss. I don't want to get into those specifics, but it was just really hard on everyone with the direction they pushed us. From there, I've always questioned, why am I here? What am I getting from this? Who is God? Who is he to me? Or I guess shouldn't put a label on God, but just where's my direction? How do I feel connected to God? Right. That's the biggest thing. Is you go to Mass to be connected. You go to Mass to be preached about the good Lord, the good Word. And I wasn't getting that anymore. I was just feeling this sense of disconnect. But then I met Regina, and she wanted to be married Catholic, and she wanted to raise our kids Catholic. So that's how we started out. And I love my wife dearly, so I was willing to do whatever it took to be with my wife. So to get married in a Catholic church was very, very hard for me, but was always worth it. And I'm not trying to say anything bad about Catholicism, or any religion for that matter. It's just that all of us have our own path. And when we're pushed onto a path, it's sometimes hard to find our way back to our own path, our own journey. And that's what we're trying to get to here, everyone, is that you're on your own journey. Don't let society tell you your path. Don't let them say that you have to take a left when you want to take a right, right? I mean, that's the biggest thing here, is you got to figure out who you are and what you want in your life. Now, we still have a very strong connection with God. We are raising our kids to know of God, and of what he can do, what she can do, however you want to say it. But my biggest thing is this, that you need to be your path. It's your journey. So question all you want. Question everything. And you will find the right path for you.
Yeah, and I think that's really the most important thing and why we're sharing this. It's a pretty vulnerable story for us to share. And quite honestly, we have family that is still having a hard time processing what we're choosing and how we're choosing to raise our kids. But the important thing is that no one else can tell you what to believe. It comes from inside of yourself, and that's really something you need to have a conversation with yourself about. Will and I both meditate nearly every day. We found that has really helped deepen our connection with God and our spirit. Whatever you choose to call God, it could be God, source energy, the universe, Mother Earth. There's so many different words. Don't get hung up in the wording for it. Go with whatever feels right to you. But the important thing is to understand that no matter what you choose, whatever you feel, as long as it's sourced in love and that it is approached from that aspect, that sending love out into the universe, loving yourself, loving those around you, like that is the true essence of faith and life and what we are here on this planet to do. We are to be love. We are to share love. We are to spread as much love as possible through this planet. And I have a hard time telling anyone their religion is wrong if that is what it's rooted in. So the most important thing is to really find what works for you. Don't let society make you feel guilty. Don't let society make you feel like you're not a good person if you don't go to church, because those were all things that we pretty much struggled with when we were choosing how to move forward with this in our life. Because raising two little girls, there's a lot of pressure thinking of what are other people going to think of us if we don't go to church? Are they going to think we're not religious? Are they going to think that we don't believe in God? Are they going to think that we hate God? There's so many different questions that we're going through, at least my mind, of how to deal with raising two little girls in this society, especially the state that we see the world is in. So those are just some things that I dealt with personally, some things that Will dealt with personally, and how we chose to move forward with it. And this is where we're at currently in our faith journey. All right, well, that's it. That's all we wanted to share with you today. Thanks again for joining us. If you want to read further into this, I did do a blog post about this. It's on our blog called moveyourroots.com. So feel free to check that out. Please like the video, comment below if you found any of this helpful, and please subscribe to our channel. Until next time.